Question is from Sweden. With regards to, does a man get a sin if his wife goes out the house dressed improperly? If you know that she's dressed improperly, you don't advise her, you don't teach her, nor do you enforce the rules upon her. Listen carefully. Advice, ta'lim, teaching your wife the proper hijab, advising her the proper hijab, supplying the proper hijab, and enforcing. You cannot leave the house dressed like that. You cannot leave the home dressed like that. I know you're a grown woman, but if you refuse to wear the proper hijab, you cannot be my wife. You cannot leave the house like that. An ultimatum has to be made. It is not allowed for a woman to go outside to disobey Allah every single day, wearing impermissible clothes, perfume, makeup, tight things, this like that, and you allow it. That's impermissible. So if you have given advice, you've advised her, you've taught her, you've supplied the proper hijab, you've said it kindly, properly, in a proper way, and she refuses, then it's no sin upon you. It's no sin upon you. If you cannot go to the next level, you don't want to get a divorce, it's difficult, it's a hard situation, inshallah, it's no sin upon you as long as you've done your best. As long as you've done your best. Wallahu a'lam. If you haven't done your best, you don't care, you don't advise, you don't make the ta'lim, alaikum salam, you're responsible. But I'll say this, and the bottom line is, unfortunately, oftentimes, not all of the times, but oftentimes a woman's hijab is a reflection of her husband's behavior and practice of Islam. Let's ask ourselves a serious question now. Do you have a beard? No, you don't. You have a full beard? No, you don't. Your beard is either shaven or trimmed or hacked all the way down, big mustache. Are you wearing a thobe? Are your pants above your ankles? Do you wear a kufi? Do you cover your head? No. You can walk down the street and no one knows that you're a Muslim. No one has no idea that you're a Muslim. Not a beard, not a kufi, not a sajda mark, nothing. You can blend in and do whatever you want to do. How do you think your wife is going to dress? How do you think she's going to want to dress? What is her understanding of Islam? What's her practice of Islam and of the sunnah of the Prophet? It's an unfortunate reality. And on the other side of extremism, we have brothers, two other sides of extremism, two more. Number two are brothers who do have beards and thobes. They look like Muslims, they're just like Muslims. And you find that their wives still wear tight overgarments, sheer kimars, perfume, a bunch of makeup, a bunch of fancy, flashy colors and designs. I don't know how that works. And there are many people like this. I don't know how that works. Rather, you'll find some brothers, and I'm going to say the reality, I'm not trying to offend no one, but this is the truth. You find some brothers, they'll talk about other people. They'll call someone a deviant. They'll say masjid is a deviant. It's not a Salafi masjid. Don't take knowledge from this person. Don't benefit from this person. He's this, he's that, he's such and such. He didn't say this. And then you find them coming to the masjid in iftar, full beard, high thobe, and his wife has on a skimpy overgarment or a dress at the middle of her shins or her knees. All types of fancy colors and makeups. How is this even possible now? This person's a deviant. He's not Salafi. Is your wife Salafi? This is a real question. Is your wife Salafi? Would Imam Ahmed call her Salafi if he saw her walking into the masjid with a rainbow color overgarment on? And a tight shirt on and a dress? Some type of mix and match tunic top, kimar? But this brother, who's you're calling a deviant, didn't study, or he studied overseas, whatever the case may be. I don't think his wife is leaving the house dressed like that. What do you think, Alameen? The deviant brother that you can't take knowledge with, I don't think his wife is what? I think his wife covers with all black gloves, niqab, and screen. And I think you need to focus your energy of calling someone a deviant and don't take on your wife who's dressed in this appearance, which it is what it is. Last but not least, the third tier of extremism and lack of proper understanding and just total ignorance are brothers whose wives do dress properly. His wife has on gloves, niqab, all black. You can't see what her skin complexion is. And he has on shorts and a shirt, a tight shirt. Shorts are just barely covering his knees. Or he has on a muscle shirt or a short sleeve shirt, tight muscle shirt. Smells good, looks good. He's wearing a watch, has on a bracelet, whatever the case may be. He's cool and hip. And he walks down the street in 90-degree weather and his wife is covered in all black. How does that look? What message does that send to non-Muslims? What message does that send? The woman has to cover up. She has to wear a potato sack. She has to sweat in a 95-degree weather and you look like you're on Palm Springs or Myrtle Beach. What message are you sending to the kuffar? Those who say that women are oppressed in Islam. The Sharia is misogynic. The Sharia is this and so on and so on and so forth. What are you sending to them? If your wife is dressed like that, that's how you should be dressed. And even if you don't wear thobe, which is not mandatory, have on a kufi. Have your pants above your ankles. Have some type of representation of Islam upon you for the non-Muslims to see that men and women have responsibilities, obligations, and there's an etiquette for both sexes in the deen. My wife is trying to be righteous, and what? So am I. Now I look cool and hip. I can go to a club and no one knows I'm a Muslim, except for the beard maybe. And non-Muslims, they wear beards too nowadays, especially in Philly. And your wife has on full thobe, overgarment. That's not right. And many brothers, they do this. They say, I can't go outside with a thobe. I can't take my kids to the park with a thobe. I can't play with my son. Yes, you can. You can do anything in a thobe that you can do in pants and a short. You go overseas, you make Hajj and Umrah. You see brothers working on a construction, 20 stories in the air, drilling something, cutting something, and he's wearing a what? Thobe. You've not seen people doing heavy construction wearing thobes? People play soccer wearing thobes. You can do whatever you want wearing a thobe. Let alone the fact that if that's the case with you, how does your wife feel? Do you think she can chase the little 2-year-old daughter around with an overgarment on? You don't think her hands become sweaty? You don't think that her hands are dirty from touching stuff with the gloves? You don't think her eyelashes are bothered by the niqab? You don't think she's tired of getting stared at and harassed in New York City? Why has this woman got on a face mask? Is she going to blow up the place? How do you think she feels? So if your wife has to go through that, so should you. So there's a balance with regards to hijab, with regards to the proper hijab, with regards to covering, and the wife should be a reflection of the husband. The wife should be the mirror of the husband. Wallahu alam.